Hey guys, today I have a really nice matching roper, which is made by Whirlpool, washer and electric dryer set. Now this one is a direct drive style washer, so you get to control how much water it's going to use, temperature, and you have a few different settings here. This is the... Okay, so let me show you that it's running, agitating. Of course you can hear it. Nice smooth operation, sounds great. What we'll do is we'll open this up. Then I'm just going to pop this in right here where the lid switch is. See, it's doing an excellent job mixing those clothes up. You can see it pulling the clothes into the middle, sucks them down along the fins, and spits them back up on the sides. So it does a really good job, and it will go in two different speeds too. So it does this short pulse, and it also does a real long pulse as well. Nice soapy water. Clothes get really clean in this direct drive style that uses full water submersion. So we're gonna let it move through the cycle here, give you some tips on getting it hooked up, and when it's all done, I'll show off the dryer. Now for the hookup of your washer, you might consider a set of steel braided hoses, like this pack here. I've got a link to both of these in the description. If you have trouble finding it, you can just click that. Also supports the channel, so we really appreciate that. But you can see here you've got blue for cold water, red, so it's easy to keep them apart. Now the steel braided is important because the cheap rubber ones have a tendency to swell and burst, and you definitely don't want that happening, especially if you're not home. And then a surge protector, there's many different styles, and I got a couple linked in the description. I kind of like this one because I'm always plugging other things in, but you can also get dedicated ones. You just want to make sure that it's 900 joules or higher, and that's going to protect your washing machine and the electronics on it. This one also has I believe that's a 4-foot cable on it too. So something like that to protect the electronics on it, super important. And this pretty much covers the washer. All right, we're moving out of the rinse cycle into the final spin cycle. You hear it draining that water out nice and fast. Once it gets up to full speed, as it switches over to spinning, I'll lift the lid up and show you that it is in fact spinning nice and fast. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and lift up the lid. Lid switch is gonna kick in and shut it down, but you'll be able to see that it is spinning nice, fast, smooth operation. As you can see in here, it's working great. There you go. We'll go ahead and close it, or we'll go ahead and slam it and allow it to finish up there. But now you know, everything on it's working perfect. We'll show off the dryer next. All right, now when talking about hooking up the dryer, a couple of things you're gonna need. You're gonna need to find out what type of power cord you're gonna need. These are all considered accessories, and they do not come with a new dryer or a used dryer typically. This is a 3-prong power cord. It's like that there, has 3 hookups for the back, and it's 30 amp. You wanna make sure you don't get a 50 amp that has a straight one here. That's for a stove. You wanna make sure you get the right one for a dryer. And I've got these linked in the listing description also for you there. Now this is a 4-prong, so it looks a little different, but it still has the L there versus a straight one, because they also sell this in a 50 amp for a stove. Very similar, so wanna make sure you get the right one for a dryer. You can take a picture of your plug in your laundry room and match it up, make sure you get the right one. This goes on the back of the dryer, and then it extends out to wherever your wall hookup is. Super important to make sure you get one. It's easy to use. A lot of them have a flathead screwdriver on it to tighten it down. I like these wings here. You could just do it by hand. It's so much easier because every 3 or 4 months you're going to want to take this off and clean it out, so this makes it a lot easier to do. And then lastly, I always recommend a good dryer sheet, and I do not do fabric softener in any of the washers that I use or the one at home. Fabric softener is like putting glue in your machine. Eventually it gums everything up. Use 2 or 3 of these and you get the same softness effect on your clothes, but it doesn't mess anything up. So that's kind of the essentials there for your dryer. Okay, we got the washer clean and cleared out. So it's done. Clothes are moved over to the matching electric dryer. We've got it set time dry, high heat. You push to start. It's your lint trap right here. Just want to make sure that's clean and clear before each and every load, so you got good airflow. I'll show you real quick that it is heating like it's supposed to. So it's 73 degrees on top of the dryer. Open this up. See everything spinning, and right inside this tube here is where the heat pumps out. And it's nice and hot inside that tube there. So we'll go ahead and get this listed up for sale. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Thanks, you guys have a great day.